in Philadelphia, it's been a few days now. I've not seen a whole lot of people overly upset about Frost and Farabee leaving town. They may not like the return, but in terms of the players, two recent sort of first rounders leaving town, it doesn't seem like too many are heartbroken. Is that fair?
Yeah, I think that's fair. I would say that the biggest thing that no one has really said out loud is that the Flyers are getting closer to the bottom, which how many times have we had this conversation in Calgary? They need to. Like, they need difference makers. And to go from, I don't know, 20th place to 27th or 28th is very doable for the Flyers. Not saying that though they're overtly attempting to do that, but that should be the unstated goal of this transaction, is at least for a moment in time, for two players that are not going to be part of your future plans, rip the Band-Aid off and start sliding down the standings, because that's in the best interest of the Flyers. They've now done something that's never happened in franchise history before. They've been shut out for 3 consecutive games.
Ooh. Yeah, I was going to say, and once you're there, you'll have some segment of the fan base that'll be, it's been 3 games, we don't score, this is terrible. But the other side, if they can live with it and stomach it, this is what you want. Don't score. We got a little under half the season left. We're tanking it as much as you can tank, but we're looking for high picks. We're looking for more trades. What else can Briere do there, I guess, in terms of dismantling?
Well, they're going to try and acquire a difference maker. And in parentheses, my guess is that the center that they're targeting is Elias Pettersson. No one has said that out loud, but I'm thinking that, look, let's see what happens here in Vancouver. He's on the clock for sure. He's got to make a difference, and he's got to show that he's up to the $11.6 million level that they expected him to be at. But my real concern for this Flyers build is that they don't have a lot of the positional boxes checked. Unlike Calgary, they don't have a goalie. They don't have a stud defenseman on the way. They've got a winger in Matvei Michkov, who has shown flashes of something fascinating, but they don't have a center. And those are 3 really important boxes to check, center, D, and goalie, that they're a long way off from doing, that they've got a ton of work to do to get there.
Is Torts the right guy for this? And how, because it feels like the Flames got these guys at a discount because it wasn't going to work with Torts. Is that overstating it, or is that
no, fair? It's not overstating it. And I've said as full-throated and loud as I possibly can that John Tortorella has been the exact worst coach that they could possibly have. Think about last year. That team vastly overachieved, was in the 3rd spot in the Metropolitan Division from the start of the season all the way into March, accumulated God knows how many points that they shouldn't have. And then the wheels fell off. They missed the playoffs. They didn't get a lottery pick, and they didn't get a difference maker in the draft. Like, I'm willing to reserve some space for Jet Luchenko, and I think he's going to be a promising NHL player, but he's not a game changer. He's much more like a Scott Laughton than anything else. And not to say Scott Laughton's a bad piece to have, not at all, but you want game changers. And none of this is new. This is the same conversation we've had about the Flames. The difference that I see is the Flames don't have the ability to truly bottom out, whereas the Flyers did and could have, but their coach was a better coach than they needed. And they had just enough, Farabees, Frosts, Brinks, whoever, these somewhat talented players that are keeping them from getting to the bottom.
Hey guys, thanks for watching. Be sure to check out more of our content right here on the Flames Nation YouTube page. We had a bunch of great long form interviews. You can check out some videos we've done as well outside of the studio. And of course, if you want more writing or merchandise stuff, flamesnation.ca or nationgear.ca. Appreciate you watching.